All right, here we go. Welcome everybody. I hope you guys had a good 3-day weekend. All right. Oops. Eon's here. Alex By.
Here.
Alan. Yumin.
Here.
Uma.
Yeah.
Will.
Here.
Henry. Eleanor.
Here.
Lance. Logan.
He said he's having trouble like logging in with the code.
Okay. Dylan.
Here.
Thanos.
Here.
Gary. Okay, go online to Portal and you will see the link for your quiz. Go on and take it right now. It's 10 minutes.
Mr. Martinez,
Yes,
Logan said the code isn't working for him. So like if you can
possible. He's putting in the wrong code then. It's 919-738-7318. It's impossible. The only thing that would be working is possibly he's logged into his Zoom on his personal account.
Mr. Martinez, he still says it's not working.
That's on him. He's got to find a way to get in.
Can you like call him through Zoom? Is that a thing?
So it looks like one of the questions, I need you guys to just listen to this really quickly. So you might want to make a note of this, okay? For one of the questions, I just noticed that one of the questions is off. For number 4, okay? For question number 4, you have 5 options. I've given you the equations, but what you need to know is the first 3. Basically what you're saying is z is greater than y is true. X is greater than y is true. X is greater than 0 is true, and that the last 2 are false, okay? So the first 3 are true and the last 2 are false. You'll need that information to answer that question. First 3 are true, last 2 are false. Okay, are we all done? One second. All right, 1 second. How was it, guys?
I'm not done.
Who's not done? Okay, 1 second, I'm almost done.
I finished.
Oh, some of you guys did not do well. What happened? Okay, your scores are online. This one I may send back to you guys. Okay, I just have two more. I have Thanos, Alan, and Euban. Give me 1 second. I just want to get it out of the way. Okay. All right. All right. And Euban, you're the last one. Here we go. All right. All right, so it looks like the quiz is a little tough. I'm going to stop recording right now. What we're going to look at right now is just a little bit more practice, okay? So I'm going to share the screen right now. Okay, this is what I want you guys to work on right now. It's a simple program, but it's more about just getting you guys to consistently work with the if statements, okay? All right, bingo is a game played all over the world by people of all ages. The game uses balls with letters and numbers on it. The letters are B-I-N-G-O. The numbers are 1 through 75. For example, one such ball is G through 58, or G58. The balls and the letters, or letters and the balls correspond to the following. And then basically give you the range of what the balls are. Write a program will allow the user to enter a number from 1 to 75. The program should then display the appropriate letter as described above. If they enter a number greater than 75, display an error message. So for example, if they enter a number from 1 to 75, A is basically just the first run. So this is what basically, oops, sorry about that. This is basically what prints out. You input this, and the minute you hit enter, that prints out. The bingo letter for 32 is N. Then you do the same thing, but this time there's an error. Bingo numbers are from 1 to 75. Okay, so that is what I want you guys working on right now. Okay, and again, how many if statements am I really looking at? Or combinations of if else ifs or else's?
5 and then +1,
So what's that number equal to?
6.
6. How many of you looked at the review video that we did last night? Did it help, Alan?
Yeah.
Because I went over some, if you guys, for if statements and ternary, I went over, if you didn't look at it, I went over some very, very detailed and very good examples, okay? Now this being enough, you guys saw, for some reason, I think everybody was having this issue, you couldn't log into Portal. I couldn't log in all weekend. I don't know what happened with mine. So I gave you an extension for your if statement homework to tomorrow. And then this is also going to be due tomorrow, okay? Now, again, I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes, and then we're going to kind of structure this out and work on this a little bit together. Right, Euban?
Yeah.
Euban, what happened on your quiz, girl? Oh, you gave me the Korean answer. I see now. Thanks for being so descriptive. Okay, and again, I'm making these due tomorrow, okay? So both are going to be due by 8 a.m. And I will, for this quiz, I will send it back to you. Is that fair for you guys? I'm not a big fan of this quiz. I may throw these scores out. Okay, because this might be the kick in the ass that you need to see that you can't get by this class without at least reviewing. Now, have I told you guys that you need to kill yourselves for this class? No. I told you guys just review and study just a few minutes a day. Have I told you that? This isn't chemistry. This isn't physics. Some of you are not doing that. Thanks, Marty, for being so reasonable. You're welcome, Dylan. But not you, Uma. Not you. Okay, also just in case, guys, okay, I'm gonna take this down. So I'm gonna just take this off right now. I'm gonna stop sharing this. This is online. I've already put this on Portal, okay? Now, one of the other reasons that, which is also funny because it's the second time that I did this, is I assigned the if statement. So when my email started working last night, I got all these emails from my video game creation class asking me, what the heck is all this if statement homework? It's because I assigned it to my 8th grade video game creation class. So that's why by accident, I didn't even notice the class. So I had a little bit of a brain fog. So we're looking at 6 if statements, okay, guys? The key thing that you should probably do, okay? So when I obviously I've gotten a little bit better at programming, so I don't really need to do this anymore. But what I would do when I'm starting out is I would look and I would evaluate the problem that I have. And then what I would do is I would pseudocode it. Okay, now what do I mean by pseudocode? It means that I would basically write the answer out or write the question out in code form. So right now, I kind of take a look. Okay, I've got my ranges of bingos. Okay, so first things first, enter a number from 1 to 5. I'm going to need a print statement. Okay, oops. Then after that print statement, I'm going to need to add a scanner, then ask the user, and then I'm going to compare numbers, okay? Using, do you think I'm going to use ands or do you think I'm going to use ors? What do you think?
And
I'm going to be using ands, okay? All right, so I'm going to be using ands. Now, when I'm doing this, okay, so I set up, so once I do that, I've got these little notes that I can make, okay? So I'm going to scanner KB equals new scanner system.in, okay? So I do that, scanner KB equals new scanner system.in. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask the user for a number, okay? I don't need to do anything special. So this says enter a number from 1 to 75. I'm just going to copy this. Enter a number from 1 to 75, okay? And I'm going to store that number. Int num equals kb.next. Okay, bingo. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do, just making sure that everything is good, I'm just going to give you the first if statement. Now, the first range of numbers is between 1 and 15. Now, remember, this is not algebra, okay? You can't do it like a typical algebraic equation. I say if num is greater than or equal to 1 and num is less than or equal to 15. Sys out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say sys out. The bingo letter for, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say concatenate it with num is, okay? So I'm just going to test this right now. Okay, enter number, so I can say 1. The bingo letter for 1 is B, so obviously I got to format it a little bit. Do it again. Okay, I'm going to say 12. Bingo letter for 12 is B. I'm going to say it again. This I'm going to put 16. false still works. Everything is still good. But from there, but what I have right now is I have my conditional statement using my and. Now take a look. I didn't use brackets. I can still use them if I want to. It's all a preference for you. If there's only one statement coming afterwards. Now, again, I would, if you're a little confused on the bracketology of all of this, I would 100,000% look at my review session that I did last night, okay? Because I went over this big time, okay? So I spent about a good 10 minutes just on the bracketology of this, okay? So here we go. So I can keep it like this, or I can add the brackets. It's a personal preference as long as there's only one statement. Then I can go into my else ifs. How you end it, whether it's with an else or an else if, is up to you, okay? You can do it either way. But this is how we start off the equation. Now, again, once I do one, copy and paste is basically our best friend. Right, Dennis? How many of you guys
Yeah.
are already almost done?
I finished.
Yeah,
I
wasn't that
finished.
bad. Wasn't that bad, was it?
Now it was just a bunch of copy and pasting.
And then just changing the numbers, right?
Yep.
Okay, so guys, this now again, this is an easy one. You would never get something like this on an AP, okay? But you might get something like this on a test, all right? The key thing is you've got to start thinking quicker. You have to start identifying patterns quicker. You have to basically figure out the key thing to programming, guys. If all of you had all the time in the world, or if you could take the AP test home, all of you would probably get a 5. We just have to make your thinking quicker. You have to get quicker at analyzing patterns, and that's basically it. Okay. So that is all for today. Okay. That is basically it for today. So does anybody have any questions? All I wanted to do was just do another one, get your brain back into thinking, if statements, et cetera, because tomorrow we're going to go over switch case. And then later on in the week, we go into loops. Okay. And then loops is one of the most important, probably the most important thing you're going to learn in this class, other than creating objects and methods. Okay. Loops are going to be used all the time. Okay. If you don't have an understanding of loops, then you better come to every single review session. I don't care if you're playing sports or not, because if you don't understand, if you're already not understanding if statements, you're already in trouble. Okay. So if I have a review session, if it's optional, and especially last night, if you're not Jewish, probably a good idea to come to that. Okay. So I would review it and take a look at it online because I go over it big time. So, all right. Anybody have any questions? All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to do your homework.